What type of woman will attract you?
I'm very picky.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very picky. so I'm just
Are you
about.
part of a passport bro? What's that, passport bros?
No, I've
Oh,
had a
okay.
passport for a long time. So no, I'm not a passport bro.
Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wang, and to this interview, I am with my friend 80. Hi, 80. How are you
Hey, hey,
doing? Yeah.
hey.
Finally, I've met you.
Finally.
So, 80, please introduce yourself so our viewers.
Yes, well, I'm Eddie J. You can find me on Talk Time with Eddie J
Yes.
on YouTube. I have one video out. Also on Instagram, I have some positive posts there.
Yes.
And I have a lot of my videos, Talk Time with Eddie J. That's real talk for the real you on Facebook.
And Facebook, yes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put his link under this video later. Yes. So Eddie, tell me your story. What brings you to Philippines? Yes.
Well, I had a story. About 2 years ago, I was planning on going to Africa.
Yes.
And because I'm involved in doing humanitarian work, helping people,
Yeah.
feeding the poor and things like that all over the
Wow.
world. And so I was making plans to go to Africa, but it just wasn't working. The doors weren't opening.
Yes.
I couldn't connect with the right people. So I just kind of let it go.
Yeah.
And then I started hearing about the Philippines and Thailand and the
Yes.
passport bros, and I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this
Are you
about?
part of a passport bro? What's that, passport bros?
No, I've
Oh,
had a
okay.
passport for a long time. So no, I'm not a passport bro. but so I started looking at it, just
Yes.
interesting. What is it about the Philippines? I've never been to the Philippines. I was stationed in Korea years ago in the military, but I'd never
Yes.
been to the Philippines. So I was wondering what's the difference,
Yes.
Philippines and Thailand.
Yeah.
So I said, I think I would like the Philippines. It'll be more of a match from what everybody was saying.
Yes. Yes.
And that's how I started investigating the Philippines.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I started making plans to come here.
Yeah. So how was the law? How was the process deciding going here in Philippines? Like, I mean, the preparation.
Well, for me, it's a lot of preparation, because I was in the military.
Yes.
I have a lot of things working for me. I was in the military, so I have a very structured mind.
Yeah, I know.
I was a truck driver, so I'm good at making stops, picking up times,
Yeah,
things
true.
of that nature. Then I've done my humanitarian work, so that's the mixture of my life. So making plans for this was real easy for me.
Oh, yeah.
I know what I wanted. I know what
Yes.
I wanted to do. I know what I wanted when I come home.
Yes.
So that's my goal. So I know a lot of guys come, they want to get a girlfriend, and
Yes.
that wasn't on my list.
Yeah.
My list is, if I'm going to go to this place and stay,
Yes.
will it fit my life? Will
Yeah.
I be able to do the humanitarian work? Will I be able to live comfortably?
Yes.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, okay. As you mentioned about military, can you tell more about it? How long you've been working in there, and the work kind of.
I was in the military for 10 years, right out of high school.
Yeah.
I was 19 years old when I
Yeah.
went to the Army, and I was in the Army for 10 years.
Yes.
I was on tanks,
Yeah.
the M1 Abrams tank, and I was almost getting ready to get out,
Yeah.
because at the time when I was getting ready to get out, I had became a Christian.
Ah, okay.
And so I didn't feel it was right for me to be killing people,
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
tank. So I didn't agree with that life anymore. So I knew I needed to get out.
Yes.
So I was trying to get out. My time was over, but then the war in Iraq started.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
they said, "Well, Eddie, we're gonna need you." So they extended me
Yes.
extra time to go to war,
Yeah.
and that's how I ended up going to war in
Did you
Iraq.
really went?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my God.
hmm Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Okay. So yeah, tell me about, your best experience here in Philippines. Which
Oh
places you
wow.
visited,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I've been a lot of
Yes.
places. I started out in Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
I took a bike ride down the
Yes.
motorbike with Derek with Q Adventures.
Yes.
We went down to Dumaguete
Yeah. Okay.
to
So
we had a meet and greet down there.
yeah.
He had a meet and greet, and I was able to go to that with him.
Yes.
And we were down there for a week. I went
Mm-mm.
over to Sikihor,
Yeah.
put
How
the
is
put the
City
bike
Hall? Yeah.
put the bike on the ferry and
Yeah.
went over there by myself to
Mm.
Sikihor.
Mm-mm.
I wound up over there for about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Loved it. Met a lot of
Okay.
friends,
Mm-mm.
met a lot of good people. A lot of people helped me. I
Yes.
actually lost my phone
Yes.
over
Yeah, you
there
mentioned it. Yeah.
because when I came over here, I thought it
Mm.
was important for me to have a Filipino phone
Yeah.
instead of just putting a chip in my regular phone,
Yes. Yes.
because my regular phone has a lot of information
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't
Mm.
want to even be using that phone.
Yes.
So I bought a phone to use in the Philippines, and
Mm-mm.
I lost it.
Okay, then tell the viewers how you found it. Yeah.
Well, that was when I was in Sikihor. I had it in my cargo pants pocket,
Yeah.
and I was riding on the scooter, and it
Yeah.
dropped out, and I didn't
Yes.
know it. So
Yes.
when I got to where I was going, I realized it was gone. I tried to go back and find it, couldn't
You
find
couldn't.
it. And then there was a lady walking on the side of the road. She said, "What are you looking for?"
Yeah.
I said, "I lost my phone." She said, "I saw it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Really? You did? What happened?" She said, "A tricycle driver picked it up
Mm-mm.
and he left, and his number is 2207." And I'm
Okay.
like, "Wow, okay." So I went back to the guest house where I was staying
Mm-mm.
and told the lady, and she said, "Okay, we need to go to the police station."
Yes.
So we reported it, and then she
Yes.
went to the tricycle area where they all park at,
Mm.
and I guess she talked to all the
Yeah.
tricycle
Yeah. Yeah.
drivers and found that driver
Yeah.
and found his company,
Mm-mm.
and they called his boss.
Yeah.
And the next day, I had my phone back.
Wow, that's
So that's
amazing.
why I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Sikihor.
Yeah.
They know everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows everybody,
So
and that was very helpful.
yeah, glad you found your phone back.
Yeah, yeah.
And since I never been in Sikihor, what is the best places you kind of like travel you visited in Sikihor that amaze you?
Well, man, I was in San Juan,
San
but I
Juan.
met some friends in San Juan that they would take me everywhere.
Oh yeah.
They would just say, "Hey, Eddie, we going to the waterfalls." And I'm like, "Okay."
That's
"Hey,
fine.
Eddie, we going. It's Fiesta this week, so we
Oh yeah.
going to different houses and eat lechon." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
okay.
So I like San Juan because that's where all the connections I made.
Okay.
Uh, they took me over to the fiestas in Luzon,
Y- Yeah.
which it's a very historical place. It
Mm.
had a lot of old buildings, had a really big church
Yeah.
there, and they took me to the church and everything. But I think San Juan would be the place that I would like, because you right there by the beaches, the
Mm-mm.
oceans, or you can go up into the mountains.
Mm.
It's really a nice place, and I
Yes.
like the community there. They're
Yes.
also and the good thing about it, it's not there are expats in Sikihor, but there's more tourists.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more of a tourist town
Tourist, yes.
than an expat
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
So the foreigners that are there, they come and go,
Yeah, come and go. Not
but there's
staying there.
not
Just yeah,
staying. No,
okay.
so there's really not a lot of expats that actually live or stay in there.
So yes.
Most of the foreigners you see, they're
Mhm.
tourists. They're just coming in and out.
Okay. So
Mhm.
Sikihor is a beautiful place. Where else
Did I go?
places you visited that you like and you planning to live in there in the future where later when you retire?
Well, I mean, I went through Dumaguete. I stayed in an Airbnb up in the mountains. That was beautiful.
Really?
The coconut trees
Oh,
going all up
wow.
the mountains, the
Mm.
river going down in the
Mm.
valley. It's just something you would see on TV, you
Yeah.
know. But you
I like
know,
that kind.
it's just beautiful to
Mm.
see it in real life. And
Yeah.
they actually had a tree house that went out over the cliff,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
it was in a tree,
Yes.
and they had benches out there, kind of like this, what you could sit on and look over the valley. So Dumaguete was really nice. Then I
Yes.
went to Bacalit after Dumaguete, and I'm riding on the scooter.
Yes.
And then I went to Iloilo. I loved
Yes.
Iloilo. Met some real good friends there.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
Iloilo is more of a working class community of
Really?
Filipinos. Yeah,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
they have a
Mm.
lot of malls.
Mm-mm.
Most of the Filipinos work and have really good jobs.
Mm.
They make really good money.
Mm.
So you don't see a lot of what people say call poor people
Oh,
in
yeah.
Iloilo. There are poor areas.
Mm.
There are a lot of areas where they have squatters,
Yes.
but the areas like where all of the well-off people is very
Yes.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the place for me.
Oh, wow. Really? I'm
Yeah,
happy for
yeah.
you. How long you gonna be staying in here?
Well, this trip is a 40-day trip. I've
Yes.
been riding on the scooter. So I'm going to be here in Cebu
Yes.
for about another week. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to go over to Lapu-Lapu for a couple of days before I leave.
Yeah. You don't have a girlfriend, right?
No, no,
Are you
no.
dating?
No,
Are you
no.
married?
I'm not married. No, I do have a date tomorrow.
Ah, yeah. I'm so happy for you.
I met a lady on the
Yeah.
ferry
Yeah.
coming from, I mean, it's just we were talking on the
Yeah.
ferry coming from San Carlos.
Yes. Yes.
And she was like, "Oh, yeah, I have two children." And we were just talking, because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
talked to any and
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody.
Okay.
And next thing you know, she's like, "You got to meet my daughter."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, and she showed me a picture. I said, "Oh, she's beautiful."
Yeah.
Just a compliment. I wasn't wanting to
Yeah.
marry her, just
Yes,
she's beautiful.
yeah. Okay, Adi, what type of woman will attract you?
I'm very picky.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very picky, so I'm just not an average guy that wants an average
You're-
lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, what's
Uh,
it like?
She don't have to be a Miss Universe.
Yes.
But she does have to look good.
Yeah. Okay.
She don't have to be, a 10, but if
Yeah.
she's a 8 or 7, that's good for me. As far as looks,
Yeah, as far as looks. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as behaviors.
Behavior, she's got to be happy, number one, with herself.
Yeah.
If she's not happy with herself, I can't do nothing for her. I can't help her. If you can't make you happy, what am I gonna do?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to make me happy.
Yes, of course,
so
yeah.
I got double work if I gotta make you happy too.
Exactly.
And don't talk about if you got kids, I gotta make them happy.
Yeah.
So that's too much work
I
for
agree
me.
with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I mean how about the age difference? Age gap,
I found with all of the ladies that I've met over here, it's like the maturity is different than the States.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I feel like it's about a 7 to 10. I would stick more with a 10-year age maturity.
Yes.
So basically, a 25-year-old Filipino would be like a 35-year-old American woman
Yes.
to me.
Yeah.
That's the way I see. So if you talking about, 18-year-old Filipino, she's like 28 in America,
So, yeah,
because
okay.
of her responsibilities
Yes,
and the things she's got to do. So as far as age for me, I probably wouldn't want to date someone, even though they're very mature. I probably want to stay in the range of around 35 to 45,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 to 42,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That range
That range.
specifically. And then I have my own reasons why that range.
I know.
I don't want to go over 45.
Yeah.
I don't want to go under
Yeah.
20. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
because
that's reason. I'm 60, so
Yeah.
I've had a lot of experiences in life. I've
Yes.
done a lot of things. You know, I don't want to have children.
Yeah, you
You
don't
know,
want to have.
so
Oh, you don't want to have children in your
no. So if
version.
she's younger, she's gonna want to have children.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I don't want to have children. So
Okay.
why mess up her life? You know.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's why I don't want somebody younger. You
Yeah.
know. So probably a solo mom that has a few
Yeah.
children. You know, and we could work something out. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
get it. I understand.
Yeah.
So, okay, what is your advice to those guys that looking for a Filipina girlfriend or might be a Filipino wife? What the first thing? What is your advice them to do first?
Well, I think with any man, the first thing you need to do is work on yourself.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you
Yeah.
need. Before you look for anybody else, you really need to make you happy.
Yes,
You need to
yes.
have your money right. You need to be able to pay your rent
Yeah.
and take and feed yourself.
Yeah.
And then you can look for a woman. But
Yeah.
then, and this is a woman and a man, you got to know what you want.
Yes, yes.
You know, if I want a burger from Burger King, I'm not gonna go to McDonald's and say, "Why you don't make it like Burger King?" This is McDonald's, sir. You know, so a lot of time, men and women, they go
Yeah.
to a person and they expect them to
Yes.
be what they want, but they're not.
Yeah.
Just accept it. They're
I
not.
agree. Yes.
You know,
yes.
and I accept people for who they are.
Yeah.
If they're not what I want, I'm not gonna try to make them be it.
Yeah, yes.
Because they're not it. I'm not going to try to, okay, you better take that lettuce off because they don't put lettuce on McDonald's. You know, no, I'm not going to do that to
Yeah.
her. That's wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of people do that. You know,
Yes,
they
sometimes.
get a lot of women, they get a man and they'll take the lettuce off
Yeah.
and take the pickles off, but it's still a Whopper.
Yeah.
You know, it's still a Whopper.
Yes, yes.
You know,
They're trying
it's just a
to
Whopper
change.
without
Yeah.
lettuce and pickles.
That's very wrong, and without
Right.
them realizing they're doing that. I'd
Right,
say.
right,
So
right.
yeah. Okay.
And you don't get, like we talked about earlier, you don't get the true person when you
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want the
Exactly.
true person.
Yeah,
Yeah, who they really are.
yeah,
Come on, if you're going to move to the Philippines,
yeah.
get yourself established, get yourself settled, you know, get your money coming in regularly where you can see what your budget is going to be just for you before you start trying to take on another person. And don't talk about if she have children,
Yeah,
and don't talk about if she wants you to help her with her
Yeah,
family.
yes.
Yeah, you're going to be homeless in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You're going to be homeless in the Philippines. You know, so because you hadn't made a plan.
Yeah.
Men make plans.
Yes.
And that's what you have to do. You've got to plan this out for yourself. Everybody's different.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, Eddie, thank you so much for the time. I really do appreciate your
Yes,
time traveling
yes.
here.
And thank you for
thank you.
answering my email, which a lot of YouTubers
My
never even
pleasure.
replied.
My pleasure.
So thank you
are
for
a
your
friend.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for the time.
Yes.
You got crazy. That's all for today's video. And take care, everyone. And I'll see you to my next video. Bye. Thanks, Eddie.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God. Okay na? Wait. Wait.